Have you ever glanced at your friends, your community, or even your own reflection and wondered, why do some folks keep flourishing into their later years while others seem to wane? The reality is growing older varies for each person. Some individuals decelerate, abandon certain activities, and embrace restrictions. Yet others continue performing feats that most 80-year-olds simply cannot. That's where today's video starts. Because if you're someone who can still manage even a handful of the activities we're about to discuss, you're not merely fortunately or exceptional, displaying evidence of aging backward. These aren't wonders, they're tangible, significant physical capabilities reflecting vigor, stability, and endurance, directly tied to extended, self-reliant lives. You might be amazed at how many people lose these abilities without even realizing. It doesn't happen suddenly, it creeps in slowly until one day, rising from a seat or toting bags becomes tougher than it once was. In this video, we'll reveal 8 distinct actions most 80-year-olds can no longer perform. If you can still do even a few, you're not just enduring, you're aging backward in ways that genuinely count. Stay with me until the end, because the final one is often ignored but could be the most potent indicator of all. Now, let's dive in. Most people believe that hitting 80 means everything declines: slower strides, feebler grips, hazy recollection. They claim that's just how it's as if deterioration is an inevitable part of the aging process. But here's the reality. Much of what we accept as typical aging is actually avoidable and, in many instances, reversible. You see, the body doesn't abruptly quit at 80. What happens often stems from years of neglect, not age itself. Muscles weaken because they're no longer tested. Balance wanes because it's no longer practiced. Flexibility vanishes because the body hasn't been stretched. In weeks, months, or even years. The same applies to memory, mood, and drive. We've been told to anticipate less as we age, move less, do less, risk less, but that mindset, though well-intentioned, is subtly harmful. It fosters fear-driven living, where people gradually shrink their world until they cease doing the very things that kept them vibrant. But there's hope. Some people defy this cycle, moving uniquely, aging distinctly, staying active, alert, and engaged in ways most think are impossible past 80. In the next segment, we'll explore 8 specific tasks, each a strong signal that your body and mind are still fully functional. If you can still perform them, you're not just aging, you're aging backward. Let's examine the first one. 1. You can rise from a seat without using your arms. It may seem basic, even commonplace, but your ability to stand from a chair without relying on your arms is a top sign that your body is still aging well, and in some ways, even reversing the aging process. Why? Because this single action engages your legs, core, balance, and coordination. It demonstrates that your lower body muscles remain robust enough to lift you without aid. It's not just about power, it's about autonomy. For many older adults, standing from a seated position is where weakness subtly emerges. At first, it's a slight push off the armrest. Later, a full struggle to rise. But if you can stand smoothly without needing to lean on your arms, you're preserving something truly rare. Functional strength. Take Eleanor, 82. She always believed she was managing fine, until one day she noticed herself relying heavily on the table to stand. It seemed minor until she stumbled a week later trying to rise from bed. That's when she began strengthening her legs again, doing 10 minutes of daily seated leg raises and gentle squats. Within weeks, she was standing independently again, beaming as she did. So, the next time you rise from a chair, observe. Are your arms doing the work, or are your legs still leading? If you can do this without assistance, comment 1 below, because that's a rare treasure after 81 worth safeguarding. 2. You can stride briskly without losing breath. How quickly you walk might disclose more about your future than any medical test. Studies show that walking speed is closely tied to longevity. In fact, research indicates older adults who sustain a brisk walking pace tend to live longer and remain healthier. Walking briskly isn't just about speed, it's about heart strength, lung capacity, balance, and energy. It means your heart pumps efficiently, your muscles work effectively, and your body isn't depleted. Reflect on your own walks. Can you move purposefully? Could you hurry to catch a bus if needed? Or do you find yourself slowing, pausing, or avoiding longer strolls altogether? Consider Leonard, 79. He'd always been active, but recently his pace had slowed. "I thought I was just being careful," he said. Then one day, he couldn't circle the block without pausing to breathe. That's when he realized something had shifted. He began slowly, walking to the mailbox a bit faster each day, then around the corner, and eventually 2 blocks. Within a month, his pace improved, and so did his confidence. Walking speed isn't just about mobility, it's about resilience. The quicker you move, the more vital your systems remain. So, here's a simple challenge. Can you walk 10 to 20 feet, as if you're late for something, without feeling breathless or unsteady? If you can, comment to below, because that's a strong sign your heart, lungs, and body are still in sync, and you're aging backward. 3. You can stand on one leg for at least 10 seconds. It might sound like a child's game, but your ability to balance on one leg is a serious gauge of how well your body and brain are aging. Balance isn't just about avoiding falls, it's a blend of your muscles, inner ear, vision, and brain working in unison. When any of those systems weaken, balance is often the first to falter. That's why people who can still balance well into their 70s and 80s tend to live longer, stay more independent, and recover faster from challenges. Try it now. Stand near a counter, lift one foot slightly off the floor, and see if you can hold steady without wobbling for 10 seconds. If you can, that's impressive. Consider Judith, 81. One day, while brushing her teeth, she noticed she was leaning heavily on the sink, unable to balance on one leg without grabbing onto something. That quiet realization unnerved her more than any doctor's visit. So, she made a change. Every morning, she practiced standing on one leg while brushing, holding the wall at first. Within weeks, she needed no support. Her confidence grew, and she stopped fearing every step. Good balance prevents falls, the top cause of serious injury in older adults. But it also reflects your nervous system's strength and your reflexes. Sharpness. If you can stand on one leg for 10 seconds or more, type 3 in the comments. That kind of control and connection between body and brain means you're faring far better than most your age. 4. You can lower to the floor and rise without aid. It might seem like a task for the young or athletic, but your ability to get down to the floor and back up without help is one of the clearest indicators of overall body health. This movement involves your legs, core, arms, balance, flexibility, and coordination. It's not just about strength, it's about how well your systems collaborate. If you can still do this past 80, you're in a rare group. Many older adults avoid the floor entirely, not because they don't want to be there, but because they fear they can't rise again. That fear, over time, becomes a limitation, leading to more sitting, less movement, and declining confidence. Let me tell you about Frank, 83. One afternoon, his great-granddaughter wanted to play a board game on the carpet. Frank hesitated, not because he didn't want to, but because he wasn't sure he could get back up. That moment struck him hard. So he began a daily routine of gentle squats, seated leg raises, and practicing kneeling and rising by his bed. Within weeks, he could get down and up with pride. If you avoid the floor, ask yourself, is it because your body can't, or because you've stopped trying? If you can still lower to the floor and rise without help, type 4 in the comments. That's a strong signal your body hasn't forgotten how to move, and you're aging with vigor, not defeat. 5. You can carry a full shopping bag without difficulty. Carrying a bag of groceries may seem minor until the day it becomes challenging. Your ability to lift, carry, and manage daily loads is more than convenient. It's a clear sign your muscles, joints, grip, and coordination still work together with strength and stability. As we age, muscle mass declines, especially in the arms, back, and shoulders. But if you can still pick up a shopping bag without shifting your weight, wincing, or needing help, you're not just strong, you're functional, and that's powerful. Meet Walter, 80. For years, he prided himself on carrying all his groceries in one trip, just as he did in his 40s. But gradually, the bag felt heavier. One day, he had to pause midway up the stairs to rest. That was his wake-up call. Instead of giving up, he started small strength routines, squeezing a tennis ball for grip, using light weights, even doing wall push-ups. Within a month, his strength returned, along with his confidence. Carrying groceries engages your core, arms, legs, heart, and lungs, a full body workout that signals aging well. If this task remains easy for you, don't take it for granted. If you can carry a full shopping bag without stopping or shifting awkwardly, type 5 in the comments. That strength is rare after 80, and it means you're still more capable than most. 6. You can ascend a flight of stairs without pausing. Stairs don't deceive. They're one of the most honest tests of your heart, lungs, legs, and overall stamina. If you can still climb a flight of stairs without stopping to breathe or clutching the railing for support, you're doing far better than most your age. Why? Climbing stairs is a complex movement that requires leg power, balance, cardiovascular strength, and steady breathing. Every step upward is a subtle dialogue between your body and gravity. And if you can still win that dialogue, your systems are aging in harmony. Let's talk about Irene, 82. She'd stopped using stairs after a minor fall 2 years ago, relying on elevators. During a visit to her daughter's home, the only bathroom was upstairs. Climbing left her breathless and embarrassed. That moment changed everything. She started small 3 steps at a time using the railing, then 5, then a full flight. After weeks of daily practice and breathing exercises, she regained her endurance and reclaimed her pride. Doctors often use stair climbing as a quick test of heart and lung health. If you can ascend 10 to 12 steps without needing to pause, your heart pumps strongly, your lungs deliver oxygen, and your muscles cooperate. If you can climb a flight of stairs without stopping or feeling winded, type 6 in the comments. It's not just a sign of strength, it's proof your energy and vitality still power your life. 7. You can recall recent conversations and events vividly. Many assume memory loss is just part of aging, but that's only partly true. Occasional forgetfulness affects everyone, but if you can still recall what you ate last night, details of a recent chat, or something a friend shared last week, your brain is aging far better than most. Clear memory isn't just about recalling names or dates. It's a sign of robust brain circulation, healthy neurons, and active mental engagement. It means your cognitive pathways remain sharp, your nervous system functions well, and your brain hasn't slowed despite expectations. Let me tell you about Howard, 84. He was quiet, soft-spoken, but razor-sharp. He recalled birthdays, old addresses, even names of classmates from 70 years ago. When asked how he stayed so mentally alert, he said, "I stay curious, I read, talk to people, never stop learning." Howard's brain stayed sharp because he kept using it. Memory, like muscle, improves with use. Reading, talking, writing, playing games, solving puzzles all act as brain exercise. When you stay socially and mentally active, your brain remains flexible, focused, and strong. If you still recall recent details, names, or conversations vividly, type 7 in the comments. That mental clarity is a quiet superpower, meaning you're not just aging, you're staying alert, awake, and deeply present. 8. You wake up feeling rested and ready for the day. Sleep patterns change as we age, but waking up refreshed remains one of the most powerful indicators of overall health. If you're over 80 and still rise in the morning feeling clear-headed, steady, and eager to start, your body is signaling, "I'm still healing, I'm still strong." Sleep is when your body repairs, your brain resets, and your immune system recharges. Poor sleep can hasten the aging process, increasing the risks of heart issues, memory loss, and depression. But good sleep helps slow the aging process, protecting you. Consider Ruth, 86. She began waking up groggy, needing naps during the day. Her doctor ran tests but found nothing serious. Then a simple change transformed everything. She dimmed lights an hour before bed, stopped watching TV after dinner, and opened curtains in the morning for natural light. Within 2 weeks, Ruth's sleep improved, and so did her mood, memory, and energy. She didn't need more medicine, she needed better rhythm. If you sleep soundly, falling asleep within 30 minutes, staying asleep most of the night, and waking, naturally, you're doing better than most. That means your hormones are balanced. Your nervous system is calm, and your body still works as it should. If you wake up feeling refreshed most mornings, type 8 in the comments. That's not just luck, it's a sign of deep cellular health, meaning your body hasn't forgotten how to heal. If you've reached this point in the video, pause for a moment, because what we've just explored isn't just a list, it's a reflection of your life, your strength, and how far your body and spirit have carried you. Many believe that after 80, everything must slow, wear out, or fade. But the truth is, some of the most resilient people keep showing up, moving, laughing, lifting, balancing, remembering, and waking each day with purpose in their heart. If you see yourself in even a few of these 8 signs, you're not just surviving, you're defying expectations. You're proof that aging doesn't always mean decline. Sometimes it means deepening, strengthening, becoming more aware, present, and alive. Even if you notice areas where you've slipped, that's okay. Awareness is power. Every day offers a fresh chance to rebuild what time tried to steal. Because strength can return, balance can be retrained, memory can sharpen, purpose can be rediscovered, and healing can begin anew. So, wherever you are now, know this: you're still here, still capable, still becoming. If this video resonated with you, if even one of these signs reminded you of your own strength, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone you care about. Leave a comment below and share which sign struck you most. What's one small step you'll start today to stay strong, sharp, and independent? Your words might encourage someone else quietly struggling, and your presence here matters more than you know. Thank you for taking the time to be with us today. Until next time, stay curious, stay kind, and keep moving forward. Because aging doesn't have to mean fading sometimes, it just means rising again and again.